Oh yeah, Black Sun in the hizzle, off the shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. Shall I save the secret weapon for later, or should I just? Well, before I get started, let's see what Mom and them talking about. Mom and them. That's what they say in the South, right? Some of the black people say Mom and them. Let's see what Mom and them talking about real quick before we get started. Let me do a share screen. Let me do a share screen and let me do a oh, where is it? Okay, damn. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find this down because I got so many. I got so many articles from MD, but I think we already did some of these articles, MD. I gotta get some of my articles in. Democrat action. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's play that video about Mom and them. See what Mom and them talking about. Let's see what Mom and them talking about. Let's see what Mom and them talking about. Let me play this video. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Jay? Going on, Twin? Let's see what Mom and them talking about. Mom and them. I'm talking about Mom and them. She probably my age. Okay, let's boom. Let me enlarge the video. Let me play this real quick for y'all. Shout out.
People, you know how I hate to come and talk about negative things when it comes to this country. But I tell you, it's so much going on right now. And I know it's kind of hard to see anything positive, but I do believe that something positive is going to come out of all of this destruction. Okay. I mean, it's just every day. Every day is something different. Okay, we have the borders being overrun. I mean, the borders are wide open, and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people are just flooding our country. The majority of them, when you see the clips, when you see the videos, the majority of the people coming in are young, healthy men. You don't see them with wives and children. You don't see them with them. You see them by just millions. It looks like millions and millions, and it's like it never stops. It's just flowing and flowing, lines and lines, okay, of young men. I barely see women and children. Okay. So they're coming here, and they're coming here uh, broke. Okay. Now, when President Trump was in office, okay, one of the things he wanted to do, first of all, the reason he wanted to stop illegal aliens, the number one reason was for our safety, for our protection, to protect America. Of course, the liberals spun it to mean that he was racist and he was xenophobic. And, it was easy to do. It was easy to spin it to people who were not critical thinkers to begin with. Okay. So it was easy to do that. And plus, everything was going fine for everybody. Everybody was doing fine. Even all these haters, it was not one American citizen that suffered as far as economically. I didn't hear any TikTok videos or didn't see any TikTok videos. Not one time during Trump's 4 years of anybody saying, I'm struggling. I can't find a job. The economy is bad. The gas is high. I didn't hear any of that. The only TikTok videos I saw uh, uh, negatively was from people that hated Trump was stupid stuff like he's a racist, but it was never nothing that really had a impact on anybody's lives, that a negative impact. I didn't see any of that. So that was one of the reasons. And one of the things he signed, I don't know whether it was an executive order or whatever, but he also signed something that if anybody, even the legal immigrants, come over here, they need to be able to take care of themselves, not be a burden to the taxpayer. If you cannot come to America, start a business on your own and get a job, do not come here and get on social services, welfare, and food stuff, because we had enough of that. So he had an executive order for those two things. So now, if you look at the two things he was doing with this illegal and legal immigration, it was still to make sure American citizens were put first. Okay, even with the social services, American citizens were put first. But now, okay, we have Biden who have left the borders wide open, and black people during the Trump administration, they were fed lies from their black pastors, from the black Democrat leaders, saying the reason Trump did not want any illegals coming because they were brown and black. He didn't want any more black and brown people to come here. They didn't say it's because what Trump was saying, he wanted to protect America, and also he wanted to put America first as far as anything. And then they spun the lie as they want a better life. Okay, and so that sounded good. They just want a better life. That's all they want. But see what the black people and any other poor American people didn't take into consideration when they fell for the lie that they were just wanting a better life was that they were going to get some of their stuff. You know, you know what I'm saying? They were going to get some of those social services. So now we have black people mainly that I've seen in the inner cities where Biden has just opened the floodgates and let the illegals come in. The illegals have come into their neighborhoods and getting their resources. They call them there, but you see, it's not theirs. Because see, if the government is paying your rent, then that the government owns that location. If the government is giving you free housing and free food, they can put whoever they want to in those houses and in that area. And that's pretty much what has happened because now you got all these black people doing these videos or press conferences, in Chicago and places like that, saying, um, now they're coming. We want to stop this. They're coming into our neighborhoods, into our spaces, and taking our resources. In other words, our free stuff, the free stuff that we have been getting all this time. Now they're getting it. Well, that's exactly what Trump was trying to do. Stop that. But they couldn't see that. So now they got to share that. So that's sad. You think about that. And so then we look at, Trump's 91 indictments. I don't know how many it is. They just in 91. He can be in jail for 500 or 600 years. I don't know if he gets convicted of all this stuff, which he won't be. But my thing is, what is the end game? So, okay, so we're saying everybody knows. Even 40% of Democrats have admitted that they believe that the 2020 election was stolen. Okay, it was stolen. I don't care how much of an expert you are. I don't care how educated you are. I don't care. Okay, the 2020 election was stolen. Okay, so now, this is proof that it was stolen. Everything they're doing to Trump right now. Okay, if Biden beat Trump so badly in 2020, they wouldn't have to keep trying to put him in jail. They wouldn't have to keep trying to get him off the ballot. Why? He's a loser, right? A loser does not have to be taken off a ballot. A loser doesn't have to be trumped up charges. That doesn't happen to somebody who's a loser. So that's evidence right there. No matter what they say, you always watch what people do, not what they say, and that'll tell you what's really going on. So Trump won 2020. 40% of Democrats believe it now. Okay? So now so we see that he's wiping the floor with all his opponents in the GOP race, and he's also beating Biden. Okay, so we get nervous. We say, well, they're going to steal it again. And yeah, I believe they're going to do all they can to steal the election again. But this is the thing that I'm thinking about. This is what all these indictments and all these other things are doing. What's the reason for them? Is this: they know, okay, Biden has destroyed the country. He has destroyed it. Okay, he's destroyed the country. And a lot of black people who they whipped up into a frenzy to hate Trump are sitting back now suffering, and now it's kind of, the scales are falling off, I guess, their eyes, and they realize, you know what, I was doing pretty good under Trump. I didn't, I really wasn't suffering that much under Trump. I was doing better than I'm doing now. Gas was cheaper, groceries was cheaper, my rent was cheaper. Everything was so much. I was doing pretty good. So they've been making TikTok videos to black people. TikTok videos saying, you know what, I'm changing over. And they're getting smart with the people. They say, I don't care who gets mad at me. Well, when they say that, that's proof that they did not vote for Trump the first time or the second time. That's proof. Because they say, I don't care who gets mad at me. And they're just coming out and saying it. So it's going to be more difficult because that election rigging that they did in 2020, that was a sophisticated. It was sophisticated. Even Biden said it. It was a sophisticated. It took a lot of people to do this, and the majority of the people that I saw on the videos and all helping doing the stealing were black people, because see, they could convince black people that Trump was such a racist. They whipped them up into hate him while they were really being taken care of, while everything was going well for them. They didn't have enough common sense to attributed all that to the person that was in office. So, and they didn't have to focus on that because they were not suffering. So it was easy to distract them. What he's doing this to you, he's doing that. He's a racist. He's a racist. So they all volunteered to help steal the election. They said, you got to get him out, get him out, get him out. But now I think they realize that because they see what's going on, they see the polls, and it's going to be more difficult for them to get people to help them. Because what are they going to do? They can't whip him up into a frenzy anymore. They can't go to him and say, "Hey, we can't let Trump win." They can't say he did anything to them. They can't point to anything. And if they do, if they try to point to the, because listen, the whole time Trump was in office and they were saying he was a racist, I kept saying, what concrete evidence are they using to convince people that he's a racist? Okay, because he didn't do anything to Black Americans, he didn't do anything to Hispanic Americans, he did nothing. But what I found when I would listen to the videos of them ranting and raving, the Black people who had been whipped up into a frenzy, some of them knew they were lying right off the bat, but there was a lot of YouTube influencers, just common people like myself, they didn't know. They were going by what they were told. So, but what they would always talk about was the illegals. When they said Trump was racist, the only evidence they ever used, and I listened closely because I want to hear, what do y'all have? He's putting those Black and brown kids in cages at the border. That's what they used to say he was a racist. Okay, so all right, so they used that and it worked. And then they said his rhetoric, and they never said what he said either. We were tired of his rhetoric. Well, what was the rhetoric? They never said what that was either. They were just regurgitating something they were told. So now, if these Democrats get ready to steal the election again and they go to Black people, what are they going to point to now? They can't say, well, he's a racist. They can't use that no more because what they were using is exactly what's harming the Black people today, the illegals. So they can't say, well, he's a racist. He put those, they go, so we don't care nothing about those people at the border. We wish they would leave. That's what they're going to say. So they can't use that. They can't use his policies. They can't use anything. So yes, I know it's still some Black people that's still stupid and that'll help them still, but they know because it was such an elaborate, sophisticated rigging that they did. I don't think they believe that they're going to be able to get those many people to help them because they couldn't do that by themselves. They needed a lot of help. And so I don't know how many citizens they're going to get. And they use the Black people, like they always do. They use Black people to do their dirty work. The Democrat Party uses ignorant, emotional Black people to do their dirty work. And all that did was hurt the Black people. They used the Black people to help steal the election. And how did that help the Black people? Look at them now. A lot of them get homeless, getting thrown out of their homes. The Section 8 stuff, they're giving it to, giving it to the illegals, all of that. They did not prosper at all by helping getting rid of a good president. So some of them have awakened. So you can't go to them and say, we want to recruit you. Even if they pay them, they're not going to pay them but one time. If they get a payment, probably. It wasn't an ongoing payment. They might have paid them one check to help them with this stealing of the election. So it's not going to work. So I think the reason they're doing all these things to Trump because they realize, how are we going to be able to pull this off again? And another thing, when I went back to the poll, when I said even 40% of Democrats believe it was stolen, uh, if they steal it again, they're not going to be able to, nobody's going to believe it. Okay, we didn't believe it in 2020, but it's going to be a whole lot harder to sell that to the public that Biden beat Trump again. That's going to be hard to sell because he's destroyed the country. He's destroyed the country, and everybody knows this now. Everybody is feeling this. So I don't know how they're going to sell it. So that's just my take on it. One of the reasons why they're doing all this, uh, trying to tie him up in court. Of course, they're trying to break him financially and want him to be in trials, different trials, all during the time the election season, so he can't be campaigning. All those things. But what I don't understand is what is the Democrats' end game? What's their end game? Because they've destroyed the country. Their own people are seeing that. So what was their end game to begin with? Because this is stupid to me. You win, you steal an election, you get your guy in, and then you destroy the country. To me, it seemed like they would have done something to help the country so that the own people wouldn't turn against them. So I don't know what the end game is. People say, well, still a lot of stupid Democrats will still vote for him. Yes, but a lot of them are not. They might not even go vote at all. Because a lot of people who are not politically savvy or whatever, they don't see no reason to vote. A lot of people said the very first time they voted, a lot of Black people admitted. And these are Black people up in age. It wasn't like teenagers and 20-year-olds. The first time they voted was when they voted for Obama because they felt like, hey, it's going to be a Black president. So Black people, the people that they need, the Democrats need, may not even go vote at all. And the ones that will vote will probably vote for Trump. So they're not going to get that many people. So I don't understand what their end game was for trying to do all this stuff to Trump. But all they're doing is confirming. They're confirming that the election was stolen. and they're confirming that they know it's going to be difficult to steal it again. That's all I'm saying. Now, all of that is still depressing because how does that help us? Because every day we have to hear this news about they're doing this to Trump, they're doing that, the illegals. I'm so tired of seeing the videos of all those illegals just coming across the border. I just can't watch them anymore. People keep sending them to me. I don't want to see them anymore. They're destroying our country. And I don't know, people. I don't know what we're going to do. I've already said what it's going to take to get our country back. A lot of people don't like to hear that, but that is the only way, people, because they don't care anything about us. They don't care anything about their constituents. Even the Republicans don't care anything about. Do you know that 20 Republicans voted not to censor, what's that woman's name? Tlaib, that Muslim woman. Republicans said, don't censor her. But every time you turn around, they voted against Trump to do something to him, to impeach him, to do this to him. He's guilty of everything. But whenever Democrats do something wrong, they won't punish them. The Republicans, and all the Democrats will join in and hurt Trump or any other Republican. But when Democrats do something wrong and the Republicans have the power to punish them, they won't do it. They won't do it. So really, I don't know what's going to happen in 2024. I have no idea, but I know a lot of things have been exposed. If nothing else, and that's not even a good thing, if nothing else of all of this, what they're doing to Trump is they're exposing. The FBI even admitted that there's gaps in their security. You know why so many gaps? Because they spend all their time after citizens, after Trump and Republicans and American citizens, instead of doing their job that they've been paid to do. So terrorism, terrorist attacks. How many terrorists have come across that border? Some of them admitted that that's how they got in. They said, we're going to go across and come through the southern border because they see how easy it is. But they put the FBI director on the spot, and he admitted. So you see what I'm saying? So there's nothing positive about any of this except that everything is being confirmed. Everything that the people that were paying attention, were saying is just being confirmed every day. So again, I don't see anything positive. I don't, and I don't like to talk about negative stuff, but that's the state of this nation, people. Maybe we'll wake up. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just wanted to get that off my chest because I just did this illegal alien thing come across our borders, the economy. I don't know, people. I just don't know, but I right now, it's still good to be American citizens. We still, to me, we still live in the best country so far. And again, a lot of people say, I move to another country. I might as well. This country is getting so bad. That's what a lot of people are thinking. But see, we have the power to take everything back, and it's not in the voting booth anymore. And if we don't do something quickly, they're going to take our country, Democrats and Republicans. They're going to have all these wars getting ready to happen. This is done on purpose, people. This is the reason. And the one they really want, they keep talking about Ukraine. They want to give more money to Ukraine, give a little to Israel. And we'll get whatever you feel about Israel, that's your own personal business. But notice that they still want to give more money to Ukraine. Why is that? Why is that? So we're worried about World War III. The borders are wide open and being flooded with illegals. And the economy and the inflation is not getting any better. That's all I can say. Those are the facts. They don't sound good, but those are the facts, people. Have a blessed day.
Shout out to Big Mama. Shout out to Mama and them. All right, we can get started with the show. You know, I like.
Hey, you got some media. I should be able to present some media myself.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We can do this all. We can do this all night. As Lux say, we can do this all night.
So again, in the messenger I sent you, you have to scroll up.
Okay.
I sent you a video. It's called "What is Fascism?"
Right.
It's about the same length as that video.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm looking dead at it.
Okay. All right, let's play his fascism video, y'all. So let's play everybody's opinion. Because that's all it was.
Yeah, it was an opinion. Correct.
Right.
I agree with that.
Okay. So we played Mom and M's opinion. So let's hear about this fascism. video. Let's see this. Let's watch this fascism video. Let's see what this concept video. Okay. Okay. Let me share this tab. Oh shit. Come down. Share that. Boom. Okay. Yeah, I got so many windows open. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so let's play this video.
Fascism is immensely dangerous, but fascism is also probably the most egregiously and frequently misused word in political discourse, certainly in America anyways. This combination is a huge problem. I'll get more into that later, but for now, I believe it is irresponsible and cheap to recklessly throw this word around as a partisan attack or a sensational headline.
Remember that, Black Son.
Strive to understand history's most violently destructive political ideology, and we should learn to identify fascism in an accurate, honest way. Only then can we realistically keep fascism out of our modern systems of governance. So with all that said, let's get started.
Can you hear it?
If you're looking
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
for a definition of
Okay.
fascism, that's too bad. Such a thing simply does not exist. Fascism cannot be holistically summarized by one-sentence quips or turns of phrases. Roger Griffin is perhaps the historian who is accepted to have gotten the closest, saying, "Fascism is a genus of political ideology whose mythic core in its various permutations is a palingenetic form of populist ultra-nationalism." Palingenetic here as in the rebirth of a nation, a revolution. Although elegant and accurate, Griffin's definition is a simplification that isn't functionally very useful. This definition alone doesn't make it any easier to pick out a fascist regime. A succinct definition of fascism has indeed eluded historians for decades, for a lot of reasons. People will often begin this conversation with the etymology of the word fascism. It is derived from an Italian word for a bundle of sticks. Then you could say that one stick is easily broken, whereas a bundle are stronger when united. This strength and unity accurately describes fascism, yes, but it also accurately describes a huge number of other political systems that have existed throughout history. In fact, you could argue that the point of all political systems is to create strength through unity. So this discussion doesn't really do much for us. Another thing we should not do is define a political movement by the particulars of its incarnations. In this video, I will give examples of fascism being applied in real life, but I will not say, because Mussolini wrote X, Y, and Z, fascism as a whole means X, Y, and Z. Just like America's Electoral College does not define democracy, the methodologies used by specific fascist regimes do not define fascism. Instead, we need to look at what, ideologically and functionally, these regimes have in common. This generic version of fascism, though, only exists as an abstract concept. The term is not intended to be an ironclad box, but rather a framework under which to further analyze individual political movements. For example, Nazism was quite different from Italian fascism, but they were both generically fascist.
Damn.
Nationalism is the core tenet of fascism, which inherently makes the word difficult to define. Each nation has its own values, identity, and cultural idiosyncrasies. An English fascist utopia would look very different from a Mexican fascist utopia. By contrast, something like democracy does not inherently lean into national identity, so it manifests similarly wherever it is implemented. Fascism by its nature is different everywhere it appears. There's also no universal end goal for fascist regimes. Marxists work towards a classless society. Anarchists work towards a stateless society. There is no single, clear-cut objective of a fascist regime, other than the vague, emotionally charged idea of a nation's greatness. More than a single practical objective, fascist movement
Nation's greatness.
negative.
Make America great again.
By this, I mean fascism specifically espouses what it hates. Few movements are as purely negative as fascism, which claims to be anti-individualist, anti-liberal, anti-conservative, anti-democratic, anti-Marxist, and anti-capitalist. But fascist ideology is not so specific about what it supports, and in
What's up? You got a question? I can't hear you if you're talking.
Okay, what I'm saying is that everybody has a slogan. So buy back better, make America great again. Every politician has a slogan. So you saying every politician is fascist?
No. So that was specific.
You just said make America great again. I said buy back better.
Again, every party does have a slogan. I do agree with that.
Okay.
The aspect of fascism that he was explaining was an aspect of nationally being great.
Right. And
That
you
was a
said
specific
make
word that was being
America,
used.
right. You said make America great again. And Biden copied Trump by buy back better.
Buy back better was an economic, though I disagree with that too. But buy back better was an
Well, I was
economic.
just saying that every political ever since
I'm
every-
not disagreeing with that. But that wasn't the point.
What's the point then?
The point is the aspect of fascism being constituted under nationalistic greatness. That's exact. That's verbatim what he said.
Again, you could trace back to every single politician.
Build back better. Is what?
In fact, make America great again comes from the Clintons, and it goes before that.
I'm not disagreeing.
Okay.
Again,
Okay.
You're making an argument.
I'm
You're
just
making
saying
an argument that I'm not making.
it sounds a little deceptive, or it sounds a little disingenuous on your end when you say that, and I'm like, dude, I don't know how many.
What did I say? I didn't say nothing.
You said
when I said make America great again.
Right. So
because that's the aspect of fascism that I'm pointing.
Right. So I'm adding in buy back better and all these other slogans throughout the years that I've heard.
Okay. All right.
So so I'm just like, dude,
no argument from me. You continue the video.
Okay. And that goes for your Chris Christie's and your Nikki Haley's too.
Okay.
Which they got smoked last night by Vikaswamy, man.
Man, get out of here, bro.
And that's what they're saying. Vivek won.
You done lost your damn mind.
They saying Vivek. Yeah, hey, that's okay. Well,
now him and Nikki Haley was going at it, but to me, Nikki Haley didn't win the debate. Chris Christie didn't. Vivek didn't want no smoke with Chris Christie. Didn't nobody want no smoke with Chris Christie.
According to the Post, according to all the news articles that you like to use, they're saying Vikaswamy stole the show. So that's hey,
this is we can bring the article up. I would like to see that.
Better. I'll do better than that. I'll bring the videos up. How about that? I'll do even better. I'll just bring the videos up. Make it quick. Make it quick and painless for you. Because they all it's really a unanimous thing. They're saying
it's not. Now that's a lie. It ain't unanimous. It's unanimous
by CNN, by NBC, CNN, and I think ABC. They all. It's all about Vikaswamy. But okay,
I just saw the they was doing a review show on NBC, and it was unanimous on NBC that Chris Christie won.
Really? Okay, you play the article and you play the video, I'll play my video.
So again, there is no unanimous consensus saying
so you got the video?
Won.
You got the video?
Continue with the video. You wasted time. Let's go with the video.
So you ain't got the video, y'all. Let's keep playing it. Okay.
I didn't say that.
Oh, I just asked you had a video and you dancing. Okay, I just want to know because I got
what dance on. What do you? I just said I saw the
what I'm saying. Check this out. What I'm saying is obviously this network that you're talking about is contradicting themselves. So I wanted you
played the debate, Black Son. NBC played the debate.
All I wanted you to do was show where they said that, and I will show you that.
Continue on, and we'll do it. Continue on, and we'll do it.
Cool. Okay. Cool. That's all I'm saying.
In practice, fascist movements have acted in disagreement with these aforementioned antis, which even further muddies the water. Fascism is really a set of philosophies and methods, and these things also appear in a bunch of other non-fascist systems of governance. So it's easy to see something that is present in fascist regimes and then assign that thing itself as the definition of fascism. For example, if a political party is trying to silence their opposition, that alone does not make them fascists, despite that being a tool used by fascists.
Remember, I
Now, with
said
all that
the
said,
vehicle.
we can still identify fascism. Fascist regimes, whether they came to power or not, have things in common. We can break down the ideology of fascism in a meaningful way. It just takes some patience.
This game, you're not ready for.
In his book, Fascism, Comparison and Definition, historian Stanley G. Payne offers this table to explain fascism. More than any single sentence or definition, this table effectively communicates what fascism is. Again, though, this is not a hardline, ironclad definition, but rather it provides a framework for a generic idea of fascism. Fascism is built on an idealistic, almost utopian approach to extreme nationalism. Fascism says with this philosophy alone, a society can build itself into a great nation, in charge of its own destiny and united by the blood of its people. This extreme sense of national greatness is the heartbeat of fascism. Fascism promises to create a new culture and a new nation which is capable of achieving greatness in ways that previous societies simply could not. It does not promise improvement, but instead a whole new paradigm of existence for a nation.
As a
Fascism
slogan,
further seeks to radicalize.
because that wasn't the slogan. That wasn't the slogan. I mean, he clearly said extreme nationalism through the blood of the nation or the people. Then he turned around and said the greatness upheld by the extreme notion of the public, basically the public opinion or the people. That wasn't a slogan. So greatness through a collective aspect of whatever ideology you perceive from a nation or a national aspect. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, well, cool.
Yeah, you can play it.
Change a nation's relationship with other nations. This could come in the form of imperialist expansion, but it does not have to. Within fascist framework, this great new nation operates under an authoritarian state, which is not based on any preceding models or government structures. The people must submit to the party. Economically, fascism rejects the Marxist ideas of a classless society. Instead, it places value on the elite class, but looks to replace former democratic thinking elites with its own set of decision makers. Fascist economies are multi-class and highly regulated, though may exist under several categorizations. There's no unifying economic system that can be assigned to all fascist regimes. Fascists express a positive opinion of violence and a willingness to engage in violence and war. Aside from the belief in violence to enact the will of the state, fascists see violence in itself as therapeutic. They believe violent Darwinian struggle, wherein only the strong survive, is necessary to the continuing of a successful nation. These together form the core ideology behind generic fascism. And next, as Payne does in his work, we can look at the methods fascists use to achieve these goals. Fascism provides ways to organize and execute its plans. Again, taken individually, these methods can be found in other non-fascist regimes, but collectively, they make up the generic fascist methodology. The first is mass mobilization. Fascists are not interested in controlling a small sector of elites like many.
Man, that thing is 24 minutes long, MD. Goddamn. That wouldn't want that long. Hold on.
Hey, go stop it, bro. Go and stop it. I'm straight. We go to the article.
All right, tempo. Okay.
Yeah, I mean that lady video was like 20 minutes long, bro. But all right, we go.
You sure? If it was 20 minutes long, I'll play the video, man. This thing, it wasn't that long, bro. All right.
Hey, go ahead, bro. Hey, at this point, go ahead.
All right.
Many other political movements are. Instead, fascists seek
No,
to
I was saying go.
revolutionize society from the bottom up by mobilizing the masses towards their own.
You want to get started with the articles, right?
Might as well, man. Might as well.
Okay. Y'all check out that video. It's fascism. What is fascism? Y'all check that out. I'll give y'all the link. Whew. All right. Okay, let's go with the first article. Let's start with we're gonna start with the green of this week, man. We're gonna start with this article. You want to read it or you want me to read it? I'll read it. Okay, judge in Alaska uphold Biden administration's approval.
No,
You
I
break
was
it
trying
up.
to send you the top.
Wait, you breaking up, MD?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. We can start with this one. I got it, bro. Just zoom in.
Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh shit, let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, is that good?
Yeah. This from AP.
Okay.
Judge in Alaska upholds Biden administration's approval of a massive Willow oil drilling project. Juneau, Alaska. A federal judge on Thursday upheld the Biden administration's approval of a Willow oil drilling project on Alaska's remote North Slope, a massive project that drew the ire of environmentalists who accused the president of backpedaling on his pledge to combat climate. Damn, all type of shit coming up. Climate change.
Pop-ups. Okay, there you go.
U.S. District Court Judge Sharon Gleason rejected requests by a grassroots Inupiat group and environmentalists to vacate the approval, and she dismissed their claims against the project, which is in the federally designated National Petroleum Reserve, Alaska. The company has the right to develop its oil and gas leases in the reserve, quote, subject to reasonable restrictions and mitigation measures imposed by the federal government, end quote, Gleason wrote. She added that the alternatives analyzed by the United States Bureau of Land Management as part of its review were consistent with the policy objectives of the Petroleum Reserve and the stated purpose of the Willow Project. That's it. Oh, no. The decision can be appealed. The groups that sued over the project raised concerns about planet warming greenhouse gas emission from Willow and argued that federal agencies failed to consider how increased emissions from the project could affect ice-reliant ice-reliant species such as polar bears, Arctic ring seals, and bearded seals, which already are experiencing disruptions due to climate change. Eric Graff, an attorney with Earth Justice, who was involved in one of the cases, called the ruling disappointing, but said, "We are currently confident in our claims and are considering all legal options, including an appeal to the higher court." Bridget Sarianos, an attorney with Trustees for Alaska, which represents sovereign Inupiat for a living Arctic and several environmental groups in the other lawsuit, called Gleason's decision bad news, not just for our clients, but for anyone who cares about the climate and future generations. There's too much at stake to gloss over the harm this project will do, Sariano said. We will remain steadfast. Well, stand fast. We will remain standfast in working with our clients to protect the Arctic from this devastating project today and in the weeks, months, and years ahead. The project was widespread political support in Alaska, but climate activists said allowing it to go forward marked a major breach of President Joe Biden's campaign promise to stop new oil drilling on federal lands. the administration's actions and alienated and outraged some supporters, particularly young activists who launched a TikTok campaign to oppose the project ahead of its approval in March. Conoco, I think you pronounce it Conoco. Conoco Phillips, Alaska, had proposed 5 drilling sites, but the Bureau of Land Management approved 3, which it said would include the 199 total wells. The project could produce up to 180,000 barrels of oil a day at its peak. Using that oil would produce the equivalent of at least 263 million tons of greenhouse gas emission over Willow's projected 30-year life. The administration has defended its climate record, and Interior Secretary Deb,
The hell?
You mean tell me I read all that? Well, hold on, what the hell? AP ain't got no paywall behind it.
Hold on. This thing just popped up out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell. Decline. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that should fix it. Oh, I don't know. What we were there? Okay, where were we? Shit. Damn.
It's because you got accessibility. You got to click that little person down in the left-hand corner.
Exit. Okay.
Exit out of it.
Okay, cool. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, where did we leave off at? Oh shit. There it is.
All right, I'll start from right here. But Gleason set that aside in 2021 after finding that the federal review underpinning the decision was flawed and did not include mitigation measures. Oh, I already read that.
Okay.
All right, man. That's the end of that. So basically what they're saying is Joe Biden approved drilling up in Alaska on federal land, and the environmentalist is mad about it. But on the plus end, it's gonna produce damn near 200,000 gallons of oil a day. I mean barrels, not gallons, barrels. So, and you know, in which angle you look at it, it could be bad for Biden on the progressive side, good for America on the production side. Depending on how you look at it.
All right. Let me bring up this article news week. What we'll do, we'll go back and forth between the arena this week and the arena abroad. So let me do a share screen. Let's see. Yeah, this one. Okay. Share. Okay, so this one's by CNN.com. And it says, let me blow this up a little bit. Oh, shit. Okay. And it says, Zelensky invites Trump to Ukraine and says former president can't bring peace because of Putin. Okay. And Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky invited Donald Trump to visit Ukraine after former president claimed he could end Russia's war against Ukraine within 24 hours if he wins the re-election next year. Zelensky questions Trump claim in an interview with NBC's Meet the Press that aired Sunday and invited him to visit Ukraine to see the scale of Russia's invasion himself. If he can come here, I will need 24 minutes. Yes, 24 minutes to explain to President Trump that he can't manage this war. He can't bring peace because of Putin, Zelensky said. Zelensky also praised President Joe Biden for visiting Ukraine earlier this year, saying, I think he understood some detail, which you can understand only being here. So I invite President Trump. Trump claimed to CNN in May that the war would not have happened if he'd been president when Russia full-scale invasion began, and that he could settle the conflict in a day if he was reelected. If I'm president, I will have the war settled in one day, 24 hours, Trump told CNN. I'll meet with Putin. I'll meet with Zelensky. They both have weaknesses and they both have strengths. and within 24 hours, that war will be settled. Zelensky's comments came after Ukraine's top commander last week warned the war had entered a stalemate, and as he is fighting to maintain his hard-won support in the world distracted by the conflict in the Middle East, and with the U.S. lawmakers divided over whether to continue funding Ukraine war effort, Ukraine military chief General Valery Zaluzhny wrote in a long essay for the Economist that just like in the First World War, we have reached the level of technology that puts us into a stalemate. While Ukraine has resisted Russia's full-scale invasion for more than 20 months, Zaluzhny wrote that without a massive technological leap to break the deadlock, there will most likely be no deep and beautiful breakthrough. So since launching the counteroffensive early this summer, so we already know about that. So basically, I'm going somewhere with this. So y'all take note of this. They're saying that there's a stalemate in Ukraine. So Zelensky wants to invite Donald Trump because Zelensky is assuming Trump is going to win the election. So he wants to talk to him and kind of beat this whole thing to the punch. So I'll end the article right there because I don't want to. I just want to, like I said, we'll go to the next article. Okay, which one you want to? Wait a minute. You sent me two articles, right, MD? Western officials. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, I
it's
believe-
literally the one right above the one that I read first. It's the House passes GOP bill for
Okay.
Israel aid package.
Okay, hold on one second. Hold on, I have to bring it back up because Windows open. Hold on one second. Okay, so let me pull. So you just read the. Hold on. Okay, here it is, right here. I found it. Okay, so House GOP. I thought I had that already up, but okay, here we go. All right, let me blow it up for you so you can see it. Boom. Okay, there you go, MD.
It ain't.
Oh shit, hold on. All right, let me. House passes. There we go. All right. Boom. Let me see if I can. Oh shoot. The hell? Oh shit, hold on. What's his name? Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I couldn't find a damn scroll down bar. Hold on one second. Damn, what the hell's going on? Okay, house. There we go. Share. Boom. There we go.
Yeah, this from Axios.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
House passes GOP's $14.3 billion Israel aid package.
Okay, let me scroll down.
The House on Thursday, which was today, voted to pass legislation providing $14.3 billion in military assistance to Israel while cutting funding to the IRS, which is good. That part. Why it matters. The bill puts the House deeply at odds with the Senate, which is poised to ignore the GOP measure altogether in favor of bipartisan legislation funding Israel, Ukraine, and Taiwan. The IRS clawback infuriated Democrats and fueled their concerns about the willingness of newly elected Speaker Mike Johnson to work across the aisle. Driving the news, the House voted 226 to 196 to pass the emergency supplemental spending bill, with most Republicans voting for it and most Democrats voting against it. right-wing Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican of Georgia, and Thomas Massie, Republican of Kentucky, both perennial skeptics on foreign aid, voted against the bill. 12 Democrats voted for the bill, mostly staunchly pro-Israel Jewish members and those from swing districts. By the numbers, the bill includes $4 billion for Israel's Iron Dome and David Sling, which is the other Patriot missile defense system they got, as well as an additional $1.2 billion for the development of the country's Iron Beam. Now, I don't know if anybody ever seen that Iron Beam, but basically that's going to replace the Iron Dome. The Iron Beam is literally a laser beam that can shoot shit out the sky. But in any event, like, we ain't even got no shit like that. But continue on, go scroll down. Oh, you did already. It also includes $200 million for the protection of U.S. government personnel and emergency evacuations of American citizens, and $4.4 billion to replenish Pentagon stockpiles to replace munitions and weapons sent to Israel. The bill offsets the Israel aid with $14.3 billion in cuts to IRS spending from the Inflation Reduction Act. The intrigue, rather than saving money, the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office determined the IRS clawback would add $12.5 billion to the federal deficit over a decade due to lost tax revenue. The backdrop, Democratic leadership whipped forcefully against the bill, according to multiple Democratic sources. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Democrat in New York, quite firmly made the case against the bill in Democrats' closed-door caucus meeting on Thursday morning, according to a senior White House, senior House Democrat. Jeffries argued that Israel aid has always been bipartisan and that politicizing the issue was cynical. He was backed up by several committee ranking members. That's it.
Okay. So you said Marjorie Taylor Greene voted against it?
Yeah, she did.
What? So it was just the Israel package? I mean, you said package, so what else was in it?
She voted against all of it.
What else was in it in the package?
Well, the package within itself was the 14 point whatever, and you heard the breakdown of what it was going to go to. This was just the first launch. The Democrats want to vote for a bundle.
Right.
They want to vote.
Right.
That's what the beginning of the article said. The Democrats want a bundle. This was just for Israel. She voted against it.
Oh, okay.
And she gave a reason behind. She did a whole video giving a reason behind it.
Okay.
She said her number one priority is the southern border. She don't give a damn about nothing else.
Oh, okay. There y'all have it. Okay, shit. Okay, let me read my second article. Damn. So that's just the first part of it. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is by Newsweek. Trump turns down Zelensky's invitation to Ukraine. Well, let's see why here. Oh, shit, what the fuck is this? Okay. Former President Donald Trump has reportedly declined President Zelensky's offer to visit Ukraine over concerns that it could create a conflict interest with President Joe Biden. Trump has repeatedly claimed that his negotiation skills would successfully put an end to the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war within 24 hours. Zelensky has expressed skepticism about the claim more than one occasion, while also arguing that the former president has done little to quell Ukraine tensions during his time in the White House. The issue was raised again during the interview with Zelensky that aired on NBC's Meet the Press on Sunday, promptly to Ukrainian president to invite Trump to Kiev. Zelensky said that he would personally explain to Trump in 24 minutes that Russian President Vladimir Putin would make negotiating a satisfactory end to the war impossible. Okay. So Zelensky's saying ending the war is impossible. Y'all remember that. Ending the war is impossible. But throughout history, we've ended plenty of wars. But this little man is saying ending the war is impossible. Okay. So y'all remember that. Former President Trump said that in about 24 hours that he can manage it and finish the war. Zelensky said, I invite President Trump. If he can come here, I will need 24 minutes. Yes, 24 minutes, not more. Yes, not more, 24 minutes to explain to President Trump that he can't manage this war. He can't bring peace within Putin. So we already read that part. So basically, in a statement Monday. Okay, so yeah, that's what part I want to get to. Why Trump. So basically, in a statement in Newsmax on Monday, Trump declined the invitation while stressing that he had great respect for Zelensky. The ex-president also claimed that the invitation was inappropriate due to the unspecified conflict of interest with the Biden administration. I have great respect for President Zelensky, but I think it would be inappropriate to go to Ukraine at this time, Trump said. The Biden administration is currently dealing with him, and I would not want to create a conflict of interest. Newsweek reached out for Trump, comment to Trump's office and the White House via email on Monday. Trump claimed that in January, the Truth Social post that Russia would never have invaded Ukraine had he remained in the White House while boasting that he could still negotiate at the end of the war within 24 hours. Former President Trump repeated the claim multiple times. He has provided details on how he would achieve the feat beyond saying that there are things that he would say to Zelensky and Putin. Check this out. He would say to Zelensky and Putin that he won't reveal, but would guarantee that this war will end immediately. So I'm going to end it right there. So what Trump is saying, as y'all can see, is inappropriate. I mean, how would you end the war if Putin is not in the room? Like, how do you do that? Like, I have to, like, sometimes, like Big Mama said in the video, sometimes we got to use common sense. If person A, which is Zelensky, has beef with person B, with Putin, don't you invite both of them to sit down? So yeah, that's definitely inappropriate. Like, who does that shit? But the reasoning, man, it just, man, I'm just, Zelensky is a funny guy. But let me take down that article and let me show y'all something real quick. So I want to follow this up with my final article. So this is my final article here. And so y'all remember those two articles. So we're saying Zelensky invited he wants to invite President Trump, kind of meet him ahead of the election. He wants to talk to him immediately, urgently about this war. Trump turns it down because now Zelensky's saying it would be possible to end this war. Now, check this out. Trump is saying, look, I want to have you, Zelensky, and you, Mr. Putin, in the same room. That would be appropriate, right? So Trump has this great idea, the Trump idea that he wants to end the war within 24 hours, right? Check out my last article, y'all. This is my last article. This is from NBC News. Check this out. Peep game. Check this out. Check this out. How Trump starts the trend. I'm showing y'all something here. So U.S. European officials broach topic of peace negotiations with Ukraine, sources say. Does that sound familiar to y'all? There goes Zelensky looking mad, looking, you got that look. The ICE officer gonna come get me. I need to work this out quick. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky advised to address the 78th United Nations General Assembly in September. Washington, okay, U.S. and European officials have begun quietly talking to Ukrainian government about what possible peace negotiations with Russia might entail to end the war. I'm gonna let that sink in, y'all. Mind you, he said it's impossible to end the war. Did y'all remember that? Did y'all remember Zelensky said it would be impossible to end the war? Trump is not even in this article. U.S. and European officials have begun quietly talking to Ukraine government about possible peace negotiations with Russia to end the war. Now, this is where I do the mic drop. I don't need to go any further. I don't need to go any further with this article. You know what? I'll go just a little bit further. Let me read this next. Let's see. According to one current senior U.S. official and one former senior U.S. official familiar with the discussions, let's close down to the next one. The conversations have included very broad outlines of what Ukraine might need to give up to reach a deal. Let me read that again. The conversations have included very broad outlines of what Ukraine might need to give up. Like, Zelensky, you might need to give up this fantasy that you're going to win the war. You might want to give up this fantasy that we're going to just continue to keep funding you. When goddamn Italy stopped funding you, Hungary stopped funding you, and is it Hungary? And what's that other damn country? I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, it's Hungary and Slovakia. Slovakia, Hungary, and Italy. So yeah, you're gonna have to give up. You might need to give up to reach a deal. So Ukraine might need to give up to reach a deal. Because let me just get down to the bottom of it, y'all. Let me just get down to the bottom of this. The reality is, hey, what's up, Kelly? Is that if you don't have no more money, you have no more war. And this is why I don't like comparing Israel and the Ukraine to each other. Because Israel's like, you know what, we can fight our own war. Fuck it. We can fight our own war. And that's why somebody like Baby, he can tell, you know what, Anthony Blinken go over there, oh, BB, stop firing. He's like, no. Man, fuck y'all. We can fight our own goddamn war at this point. Can Zelensky say that? No. Let me say that again. Can Zelensky continue this war without funding from the U.S. and funding from Europe? No. So how is it impossible to end this war? Y'all talk to me. Talk to me. How is it possible to end this war if you're not getting any more money? Do I need to show the videos of how they recruit Ukrainian soldiers in the Ukraine? Do I need to show that video of how they just snatch men my age, about in their 40s? Because the average age of Ukrainian soldiers right now is 43. Actually, I'm 50, so, okay, they're a little bit younger than me. But what I'm saying is that they have no more people left. You're talking about a couple of million compared to what's Russia's population? Russia has no trouble recruiting soldiers. Ukraine is having trouble recruiting their soldiers. But I tell you what we need to do, Zelensky, because I know what Trump's going to do. He's going to go over there and say, look, Zelensky, I know you used to be an actor. You can come back to your mansion in Miami and you can be an actor again. Trump is going to go into apprentice Trump mode and talk to this man. He's going to talk to this man's soul because Trump is going to talk that business. He's going to talk that money talk at the end of the day. The well is dried up. No more money for you, Zelensky. What kind of sense does it make? We keep funding Ukraine, but their goddamn neighbor, Hungary, is no longer supporting it. Oh, Hungary's part of NATO, by the way. Slovakia is saying, no, we're not funding them no more. Another neighbor, by the way. Oh, Italy. We just watched a video on fascism and all that. Y'all check that video out. Italy said, you know, we can't do it no more. So what I'm seeing here is the dominoes falling. I see the dominoes falling, and it's funny because people might say, well, you know, the dominoes didn't start to fall until the whole Israel situation came up. Shout out. So let me read what Kelly's saying. Well, Trump is smart for declining on the basis of not getting between him and Putin, not to mention Biden's interest in Ukraine and Zelensky's wife, who allegedly assists with war orphans. Right. Well, Kelly, you know, like I said, you have Slovakia and you have Hungary. They're saying we can't do this no more. In Italy's saying we can't do this no more. We can't do this. And so now we got the situation with Israel, and we got the situation with Hamas and Israel. We got to fund Israel. So can we fund two wars? Especially a war that Ukraine has lost. They keep saying, oh, it's a stalemate. Well, I thought you guys were making progress. I thought Zelensky was making progress there. Did he make progress in the Donbass? I don't think so. In Luhansk, Donetsk? No, I don't think so. But let me bring up a video real quick. I want to play something for y'all. I want to play something for you guys. Hold on. Talking heads are ditching Biden. Oh, that's interesting. That just came across my thing. Oh, by the way, y'all, real quick, I think Gavin Newsom. Now the talk is Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is the talk now. They're talking about putting Gavin Newsom into the race to go against Trump. This is the word. This is the word, y'all. I don't know if you guys heard the word or not, but this seems to be the word. Gavin Newsom. Let's see what Jay says. Jay says, facts. Ukraine was getting pushback. Yeah, that's a fact. They were getting, I mean, hell, the worst beating they took down, Jay, was Bakhmut, the town of Bakhmut. They took the worst beating because they tried. Bakhmut was such a symbolic city because Bakhmut is not only a symbolic city for the war effort, but you know, it's a mining city that has coal and I forgot what other resource. So the fight with Bakhmut was so desperate on Zelensky's end because he's like, man, if they take Bakhmut, they take a resource city. Bakhmut is basically a resource city. without Bakhmut, Ukraine loses one of his top resource cities, and that was one of his top resource cities, I believe. Coal, and I forgot what other resource. I think it was some type of uranium or something. I have to look at it, but it was a big resource city, and they took a pounding so bad, and they lost Bakhmut, and Bakhmut. They got so desperate that Bakhmut was known as the meat grinder, meaning that the Russians knew that they would want to take the city, and they had set up to where the defense, it was only one way in. The Russians had, it was almost like Bakhmut, this was their defense, right? And when the people go in, they called it the meat grinder. One way in, and they just, like a meat grinder. If y'all seen them, their little sausages, they just grinded them to a pulp, man, and they defeated them. So I'm trying to figure out what city did they take. They didn't take Crimea. Like, they're sending little drones over to they send bombs on the coastal shore of Crimea. They're still sending drones over and missiles over to Luhansk and Donetsk and even Bakhmut, but they have not taken none of that ground. Like, Russia is entrenched. So when Trump goes over there and sits down with Zelensky and sits down with Putin, do y'all expect Putin to give up the ground that they fought for and won? Because, you know, Russian soldiers lost their life for that terrain. Do y'all seriously think that Putin's going to give that up? Now, the negotiations are going to be basically, let's see, what else does this article say here? Hold on, y'all. Hold on now. Let me read some more of this, because I want to see what exactly their ideas are. They can kind of give you an outline of what they want in the negotiations. So the conversations has included broad outlines of what Ukraine might need to give up to reach a deal. First of all, to give up that reality, that fantasy, I'm sorry, not reality, that fantasy like they're going to win. The officials said some of the talks, which officials described as delicate, took place last month during a meeting of representatives from more than 50 nations supporting Ukraine, including NATO member known as the Ukraine Defense Contact Group. The officials said the discussions are an acknowledgement of the dynamics military on the ground of Ukraine and politically in the U.S. and Europe, officials says. They began amid concerns among U.S. and European officials that the war has reached a stalemate about the ability to continue providing aid to Ukraine. So can I speak on this? Let me speak on this stalemate real quick. Why do y'all think they're calling this a stalemate? Anybody? Why do you think they're trying to push the narrative that this is some type of stalemate? Why do y'all think that is? To save face? I think it's to save face because of all them trillions and billions of dollars we sent over there. We don't just want to say that, yeah, Ukraine lost. Well, they basically lost because it is not Putin's intention to move forward. Now, if they're forced to move forward, they will, but they don't want the extra parts of Ukraine. They don't want Kiev. They don't want Zaporozhye. They don't want none of that. Ukraine has lost 442,000 individuals in 2021. Damn. Damn, Che. Shit. Jesse said, gruesome Newsom does surprise me. I've been saying he was going to run in 2024. Yeah, I think he's going to run, Che. I think he's going to run, man. The numbers right now, are so bad for. Let me show y'all something. Let me just take a little side note. Let me just show this real quick. Let me show you how bad. This is the Hill right here. Let me show you how bad. This is why they're considering. This is why they're considering. Hold on. This is why they're considering Gavin Newsom right now. Let me show you. Okay, a new poll found President Biden is trailing former President Trump in 5 key battleground states, dealing the latest blow to Biden's, and this is the Hill, to Biden's reelection campaign as it works to fend off criticisms over the incumbent's age and policies on various issues. A new poll from the New York Times and Seton College shows Trump beating Biden in 5 out of 6 battleground states that were polled, including Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, and Pennsylvania. So we got Biden losing, I think it's 4 points in his own state. You know, that's a bad omen when you have a presidential candidate losing in their own state. It's bad omen, bad omen, bad omen that Biden is losing in Pennsylvania. Bad. So you got 4 out of 5 states. So that's why they want to run Gavin Newsom, as Che would say, Gavin Newsom right there. This is why they're talking about running Gavin Newsom. Let me see if I can bring up this video real quick, because they had this what's his damn name? Y'all give me a second. His name is what was that boy's name? He kind of spilled the beans on the Tucker exclusive. Hold on. 4 minutes ago. She's really scared now. Yeah. 1 hour ago. Okay, so y'all. Oh shit! I'm trying to bring up that article. I do apologize. So yeah, basically, yeah, they're talking about Gavin Newsom. You know, I don't know if you guys realize Gavin Newsom went over to China. He visited China, and he visited. Where else did he visit? I know he visited China. You know, he went over there to talk, and I guess what they got is what's the name? Xi Jinping coming over here to California, and yeah, there's talks, there's whispers about Gavin Newsom running because the Democrats are in panic mode right now. They're in panic mode. So let me see if I can bring this up real quick, because I'm trying to remember what video. Panic. There we go. Doc Rich. Okay, y'all. Let me play this real quick for y'all. Doc Rich. Doc Rich. Let me play this for y'all. And let me get y'all take on y'all. See what y'all think about this. Remember, Swami calls out the establishment. Oh, that's a good video. Trump was right. Okay, let's keep rolling. So, panic is setting in. I'm trying to find that video. Panic is setting in. Panic is setting in. Hold on. Okay, I'm about to go to the main channel. Hold on 1 second. Panic is setting in. The video was just here. Okay, here we go, y'all. Let me share this video with y'all.
Oh.
Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. Democrats are in trouble with this one too. Yeah, it's getting ugly. Let's dive in.
Today marks exactly 1 year from the 2024 presidential election and what could end up being a rematch between Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Our new CBS News poll shows Biden continues to trail Donald Trump in that possible head-to-head. He is now down 3 points. For more on why, we go to Anthony Salvanto. Good morning to you, Anthony.
Good morning, Margaret. To understand those numbers, we wanted to look at views about both today and the future. So first, the number of Americans who think that things are going badly in the country today has hit its high for the year. So you might expect any incumbent to be down as Biden is. But then look at these positive views of what people think will happen for them financially if Donald Trump wins. Way more voters think they'd be better off. Biden, for his part, hasn't fully convinced as many Democrats that he'd help them.
I'm sorry, this is just hilarious. Financially better off if Biden wins 18%, bro. That is laughable. That is laughable. That number has to be cut in half. I don't believe that many people are I'll be nice, are misguided. Okay. I'll be nice today. Okay. I'm not gonna say what I wanted to say. So yeah, I think part of this is just people being nice with their answers. Y'all let me know. I'd say that number is probably closer to single digits, 9 or 10%. So yeah, this number should be a little bit higher than this. It should be way higher, but hey, it is what it is.
As the middle class still reels from inflation. Then let's look overseas. There's more voters we find who think.
Okay, hold on. Jay the informant made a good. Wait. I gotta post this, Jay. Oh man, I'm sorry. I just read this, Jay. I just read this. He said, okay, going to write a book claiming Ukraine fought hard. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Jay. Let me start from your top comment. You said, you mean like 300, a small pathway to get into a bigger area? Yeah. Bakhmut. Yeah, it was just a meat grinder, brother. So then Jay says, when negotiations happen, the EU going to take over and tell Ukraine to sit at the kids' table. Interesting. Okay. Then Ryan Grind, punk ass, gonna write a book claiming Ukraine fought hard. And then I disagree. Newsom finna adopt a black and Hispanic kid and run for president, then use the race card hard. Oh, Jay, you got to hit the panel on that one. Damn. Okay, he went to Israel. Okay, he went to Israel. Okay. So he went to Israel, he went to China. He went to Israel, he went to China. So I don't know, man. I don't know. They're not happy with Biden right now. They're not happy with the numbers. They're not happy. Like each day he's following far and further back. And so, yeah, the Democrats, I'm just speaking on what the Democrats want. So let me play this video.
That it's Trump that would keep the U.S. out of a war if he wins. And that's driven by a lot of Republican unity on that idea. Let's look at Israel in particular. Americans sympathize with the Israeli people. Most Democrats think that Biden would show the right amount of support.
Yeah, there's this
Democrats
thing over.
are more divided over military aid to Israel specifically. Margaret?
I hate that this popped up on the screen so you guys couldn't see the whole picture. Actually, I think I have that pulled up. Let me see if I actually have that one.
Okay, wait, I apologize, you guys. This ain't the one talking
Lord.
Gavin Newsom. This is another one. I'm sorry about that. So, yeah, I'm trying to find the one they're talking about Gavin Newsom. Let's get rid of that. Let's see. Western officials, Bush Kia, possible peace talk. I think I already read that one. Biden, Trump leads Biden in 5 key battleground states. Okay, we got that one out of the way. So let me finish reading this. So Biden administration officials have worried about that Ukraine is running out of forces while Russia has a seemingly endless supply. Officials say Ukraine is also struggling with recruiting and has recently seen public protests about some of the President Vladimir Zelensky's open-ended conscription requirements. And there is unease in the U.S. government with how much less public attention the war in Ukraine has garnered since the Israel-Hamas war began nearly a month ago. The officials said, damn, it's been a month. Officials fear that the shift could make securing additional aid for Kyiv more difficult. You don't say. Some U.S. military officials have privately begun using the term stalemate to describe the current battle in Ukraine, with some saying it may come down to which side can maintain a military force the longest. Neither side is making large strides on the battlefield, which some U.S. officials now describe as a war of inches. Officials also have privately said Ukraine likely only has until the end of the year or shortly thereafter before more urgent discussions about peace negotiations should begin. U.S. officials have shared their views on such a timeline with European allies, officials said. Any decisions about negotiations are up to Ukraine. Adrienne Watson, spokesperson for the National Security Council, said that in a statement, we are focused on continuing to stand strongly in support of Ukraine as they defend their freedom and independence against Russian aggression. Hey, we've heard that before. Okay. The administration. Okay, so yada, yada, yada. So y'all get the gist of this, man. Cut this article out. So yeah, there's only so much propaganda I can read, so much bullshit I can read, man. Yeah, so basically, man, Ukraine, I mean, Zelensky has no bargaining chip at the table. You're using other people's money. You're using the U.S. money. You're using NATO's money. You're not using your own money. You're banging men that are past a prime, age 42 and up, to go into your war. And you want to talk about bargaining chip, negotiation, or are you talking about, oh, it's impossible. It's impossible to end the war. It's impossible to end the war, Zelensky says. I'm trying to figure this logic. I can't figure this logic out. Like, this is the weirdest logic to me. You're using other people's money, but it's impossible to end the war. At this point, Zelensky, people are saying that whole Ukraine war is a money laundering scheme, and that I'm gonna put my tinfoil hat. I think you're trying to bribe Trump at this point. I think you think Biden is dirty like. I think you think Trump is dirty like Biden. That's what I'm thinking. I just need to talk to him for 24 hours. Trump, I got the money. I got the money, Trump. Yeah. You only need 24 minutes, huh? That's all you need, Zelensky? Is that all you need? 24 minutes so you could try to bribe Trump? That's what it sounds like to me, because there's no such thing as a war that's impossible to end. We've ended wars throughout history. Wars have ended. When the funding stops, the war stops. It's just that simple. Let me say that again. When the funding stops, the war stops. So no money from Hungary, no more money from Slovakia, no more money from Italy. No more money. NATO nations are falling like dominoes. And you think that Trump is going to take on most of that financial burden? No, not with the situation in Israel going on. And, you know, when we got to do that whole thing and that whole conflict with Israel and Hamas, you can't keep, we can't keep just sending out money like just senselessly like that to a war that cannot be won. So no, you have to come to the negotiation table. You're going to have to sit down and you're going to have to talk to Putin. That's it. Now I know they threaten your life, this and that. The Azov Nazis over there in Ukraine. You can come and stay in your mansion in Miami. Oh, did I give away your? I'm sure Trump can give you some type of security. Did I say that? Your mansion in Miami, Zelensky. Did I give away your location? No, it might be impossible because I think they threaten that man's life. This is what I think. I think they threaten that man's life. But no, ending a war in Ukraine is not impossible. It is very possible. So, all right, y'all. Man, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Twin. Shout out to Jesse. Shout out to Jay. Let's see who else. Shout out to Kelly Ray. Shout out to Shout out to E-Bizzle. Shout out to MD. Shout out to Ron. Shout out to Josh. Hey, Josh, what's going on, man? Shout out to you, Josh. Shout out. Shout out to Cadwell Nolan. That offer is for everyone. Okay, I don't know what you're giving away there. Shout out to shout out to Deegan, of course. Shout out to Deegan Twin. Okay. Hey, y'all. Shout out to Chris. Shout out to Chris, man. Shout out to Tinfoil Kufi. Right. Hey, Zelensky has a tinfoil hat if you think we're going to continue funding this damn war that can't be won against Russia. So, yeah, man. And I know people have said, well, United States, man, we can whoop Russia. No, because it's not going to be that in a reality. The reality is it would be us against, if we go against Russia, that means we're going against Iran and we're going against China. And I don't think we want that type of smoke. Because they're not gonna fight on their own. Just like let's just look at Israel. Look at Israel going against Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran. What would they call those in Yemen? The Houthis or something, some damn force. And then they got the Al Qaeda brigade and all that shit. Yeah, we would face the same thing going against Russia. We would face all their allies. We would face all the people who are part of BRICS. Everybody who's a part of BRICS, we would face them in that conflict. We're not going to just, we don't like you, Russia, and just go to war with Russia by themselves. No. We're going to have to take on Russia, China, and goddamn Iran. So, no, I would say, let the Ukraine go. They've lost that war. Concentrate your resources on Israel. And I mean, because that's going to be a conflict in itself right there. Dealing with Israel, dealing with the damn whole Muslim world that wants to take down Israel. You know, for the Muslim world that's siding with the Palestinians. I mean, that's going to be a conflict, but they say you can't fund two wars, man. So, hey, man, with that being said, hey, I'm going to do a weekend review tomorrow. On Friday, and let's see what time when I was probably start around the same time, 6:30. So with that being said, man, we out, y'all. Peace. Oh shit, hold on, y'all. Yeah, we out, y'all. Where's my damn outro? Here we go.